How we doing? How is the world out there? How has the week been so far? Halfway through it. We're over the hump. It's hump day. We're on the other side. Well, down under we are. To our west, not so much. But you're getting there. You're close. You're close to halfway. How are we doing though? I, for one, am very much looking forward to getting back into Alan Wake. Um, I've been really vibing with it. I haven't touched it since, but I really enjoyed the time I spent with it last week. Um, and today was pretty good. Yesterday I got a ceiling fan installed. That's on currently behind me, and it is really a bit of a life changer. It is super useful, and it's nice to just like I've had it on basically all day behind me, and it's nice to just kind of have it uh, doing its thing, just moving the air gently in the background. Because it's really, really windy outside, and I don't actually have any windows, let alone in this room. In my apartment, I've only got sliding doors, so it's really an all or nothing kind of thing, unfortunately. But we're living it up for now. And also, one thing that I hadn't thought about, but I'm not bad, is because there was a light fixture there already. When that was removed, they had luckily painted underneath it, so that worked out well. Howdy, Wrench. How you doing? What's the Forza news? Let's have a. Have I missed something? The answer is probably yes, because I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yes. I mean, that was going to happen eventually, right? Um, that was going to happen eventually, just because the licenses ran out, unfortunately. Probably the licenses for cars, licenses for music. There's so many licenses that go into the game. I think you're able to play it online until a later date. I don't know when that is announced. It's just that you can't buy it anymore. So as long as you own it, it should still be fine. But yeah, so if you've got Forza Horizon 4, you're fine. Nothing changes as far as I know. But yes, at some point the online will get turned off, like Horizon 2, Horizon 3. But when that will happen, I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, it happens all the time with these games. Because I guess the only other option would be that they'd have to renegotiate all the different kind of licensing agreements, either for the music or for the cars. And that's probably not really a viable option. Because it would just cost a lot of money. I didn't update that. Damn it. I did a lot of other things, but I did not update that. The hand's going a bit crazy. A little bit of lag on the stream tonight. The hands are. It's this left hand that gets a little bit funky when I hold it just kind of above the keyboard or just on the keyboard even. It's I don't think the leap motion is used to detecting things quite that close to it. So it doesn't like it. I'm at some point this week I'm hoping to try and get it on top of my monitor up there. So it's looking down rather than looking up, and hopefully that will work better. I also saw something just before I started on Kickstarter where they were listing it was like VR gloves where they had like it's hard to describe. They had like a piece of elastic in each finger, and then basically you could, as you curled your finger in, that would stretch the elastic, and it would provide a proportional electronic response. So you could basically do this kind of stuff, but with gloves rather than with a camera. So that would mean that you could have your hands like behind your head, completely out of the view of the thing, and still get it detected, which is a pretty cool idea, if you ask me. Apple's new event? No, I didn't. Is there an? There's not one for a while now, isn't there? Because they had the iPad event not very long ago at this point. Oh, so yeah, there's two cameras actually. There's the face camera for all of this fun, and then there's the excuse me, there's the Leap Motion camera down here in front of my keyboard for all of this fun. One, I think they're both thermal cameras, but I don't really, at least not now. That might change in the future. Currently, you can't do both with the same camera, so you have to have two. Because the Leap Motion only does hands, and as far as I know, the iPhone really only does faces with any level of kind of accuracy. Because it's Face ID, right? It's not meant to be, it's not hand ID. It's face. How about you, Wrench? How's your week been going? And Wolf, if you're still here, how's your week been going? Oh yeah, what game? What game are you testing out? Out of curiosity. Or can you not say? Oh wait, you're doing. Is it Delta Force? Are you playing some Delta Force? Ah, Rainbow Six Mobile. I remember you talking about that before. How are you finding it? I've only really played one. Well, what do you? Well, how are you testing if you can't access it, Wrench? Are you hacking in? I won't tell if you are. Being so silly. My computer's being very slow for some reason. I don't know why. Is it China only? I mean, you might be right. I feel like I've seen a lot of YouTubers have a look at it. Anyway, the stuff I've seen of it looks pretty good. I don't think I've ever actually played Black Hawk Down, the original. I did play the demo for it back in the day, but I never played the full thing. Because I was, by the time I was actually, but when I played the demo, I was definitely of an age where I shouldn't have been playing the demo. Oopsies. Excuse me. And then by the time I was of an age where I could have played the demo, it was so far in the past that I just completely had forgotten about it until all of this happened and it's reminded me that it existed. But prior to that, I completely forgot that it had happened, that it was a thing. I vote we just jump into it. I vote we get it on. Get our game on. By game, I mean Alan Wake, and by our, I mean my Game on. I'm glad that Delta Force is coming out because it looks like it's going to give some competition to Battlefield. Like pretty direct competition too, which I think is needed because Battlefield seems to have really dropped the ball recently. That said, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it is a hero shooter. I'm just going to double check what these graphics options are just to make sure. Yep. That all seems pretty choice. We've turned that off because it was just tanking the performance before. Yeah, you're right. Competition's for a lot of things. And I guess Tarkov as well. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about 2042. I didn't like the hero shooter element. I much prefer the Battlefield like 3 and 4 thing where you're just kind of a bloke. Particularly multiplayer. I mean, hell, I'm not. If I were to make Battlefield, I would just make it where it was everyone looks the same because you're in the army and you don't like different classes don't wear different things.
Oh, fuck. Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I
what is
got
going
there.
on here?
It was out of control. I didn't need an...
Hold on, just want to check out what's happening there. I feel like half of this game is going to be Zhao playing with settings. So I hope you're stoked for that. Settings simulator. That's got to be a game, right? Someone's got to have made that as a game, taking the piss. It wouldn't be transparency. I was wondering why that looks so just pants. I mean, you can see it changing in the background. Maybe it's because it's a dream? I don't know, chat. Looks like it is what it is. It wouldn't be that. Oh, it would be. What if we just do that? Nothing else. How does that?
Shot in the fucking tabloids.
Oh, it's not a great mirror though, is it?
Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Oh, that's right, we've got to teleport through the thing. Alright, let's go say hi.
Give a warm welcome to Mr. Alan Wick. Oh! Alan! Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on.
How you doing, Mr. Dool?
Sit down. Woo! Oh, man. It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
Sorry, does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man! That is spot on! Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan? Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan.
I think we all do. I can speak for the channel.
Best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. I'm expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
Oh no! Yeah?
Hello?
My show now.
Something's not right here. I needed to get home. To Alice. What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror
For
story.
those who forget, Departure was the book that they were writing in Alan Wake 1.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Another Control Association. Casper Darling. On your Casper, keep up the good work, mate. Another Thomas Zane classic in the theaters.
Balls.
Oh. There's two other redeems that are new. There's Pet the Fops, which will pet me. And then there's also,
I think I've been locked in! Anybody?
Okay, we need to find some digits.
Now I have to find the code myself.
And there's also Frag Out, which throws a fragmentation grenade at me. Which may or may not work. There's a 50% chance it'll actually, you'll actually remember to have pulled the pin.
That name sounded familiar.
665. Of course they sound familiar. They're your drunk buddies. Oh, F, F, F.
There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out.
Well, it's me, alright.
What was that? A message? Impossible to say.
Who released?
There's
Oh,
something in the studio with me.
we don't
I
like a
had to
red
get
light.
out.
Like pitch black or? Oh no, Wolf, what's tomorrow bring for you? Come on, a bit of urgency, Alan.
This is the ritual to lead you all.
Ah, beans.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar.
PS test, is that
A
like
ghost
physical
of a memory
strength
surfaced
test or something like that?
about
Or
riding here for countless days.
party strategy test? Physical signs? P plates. Ah. P's test, I see.
For mapping out a story.
I'm sure you'll be
On
fine.
the index cards, the nightmare that just
And it's not like
a summary of the story so
it's
far,
not like there's a
but other notes as well.
like if you don't pass your driver's license test first time, it's not the end of the world. I
couldn't
didn't.
remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
Got our torch holster there at our right hand. The radio. Yeah, I do like Alan's voice actor a lot. I thought I was home in New York.
I had to write more.
Don't tell me what to do, Alan. Oh, so this is his kind of mind palace equivalent, I guess.
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline.
Yeah.
I would start again at the top.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. A real treat for all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the film series.
Interesting that he's using his real name.
We have Alan Wake here. The best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this!
Okay. Back in we go. That's me being interviewed again. Practice.
Welcome back to the show. So, Alan, As the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
That's classic Sam. Just roll it.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer.
Can I pause
My only
this?
clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
I can. We can wait for the ads to finish. Yes, 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 yes. Because I know that this is basically the important part of it. Actually, while we're, excuse me, while we're waiting, I do want to check one thing. Alan Wake to cast. Did Matthew Pareto... Oh, they're two different characters, two different actors. But yeah, he was... Okay, so he was the original. Alan Wake 2 is the original Alan Wake. Got it, that checks out. But does, interesting, so he doesn't actually voice the character. Matthew Pareto does. Played Will Scarlett O'Hara. Reveal yourself to me, Matthew Pareto. Wait, is that Dr. What's his face? Yeah, Dr. Casper Darling. Huh. Good for him. Does maybe Ilka doesn't speak English? Don't know. That must be hard to like be the face of something but not the voice of something. Okay, let's get back to that cutscene.
That's great. Murder Case Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Oh, we're stuck in another time loop. Making sure there's nothing I have missed or whatever. You know, maybe there's some buttons that I should have pressed before. Oh, this is new. Nope. Just double check it's... Okay, so broken. Does that mean the code's changed? Is the book still the same? Still the many worlds interpretation. Is this some sort of multiverse thing, maybe? Okay, what about... Okay, what about the opposite? Okay. Back to the locker room. Or the other green room. Let's see what they have to say. Numbers reveal to me. 565? I think that was the one combination I didn't try. That was the one that worked. Funny how that works out. Don't know why I didn't do that last time. Last time I just went straight in here.
Hello?
Oh, it's Artie, the janitor. From Control. Speaking of Artie. Janitor's closet.
Ah, Lorraine! There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
And you, Artie.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
Artie? I can see that.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsopako a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face.
See, a friendly
I had to
face.
trust the basement would get me out of here.
I'll leave you to it, champ.
Yeah.
Toilets are locked because it's 1984, I guess. We got a map. We are here. We get to the basement through. Oh, there's a basement shortcut in the janitor's office. Sorry, Artie, I'm gonna have to walk through your mopped area. Ugh. Of course you've blocked it off. The basement. Off we go. I wish I knew Finnish only this once, just so I knew what Artie was actually saying when he was speaking Finnish. So I think there's a lot hidden in there. What does that mean? I've never seen that symbol before in my life. Okay, there's a giant pig at some point.
The
Mr.
talk
Door.
show host?
Good evening. A writer trapped in a dream world attempts to write a story to shape reality around him and escape. He is beset by visions leaking in from realities beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But before that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. And yet, maybe there is a gleam of truth to be unearthed from these tales. Rare glimpse into the unseen realities beyond our own, offering us intriguing avenues of contemplation as they transpire in the night spring.
Oh, they must have rebooted it. That's good for them. Mr. Door's clearly getting a lot of work. This isn't too dark for you guys on the stream, is it? Because I can play around with some settings to make it a bit brighter for you.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
I vaguely remember hearing about this.
The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness.
A little bit. Only very vaguely. Since when did I have a satchel bag?
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed. Like something in a dream. Opening a way forward. The lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now. I
Yeah,
felt
that is
another
pretty cool.
surge from the lamp. I guess the glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
Is this just a carpet? The Harry Garrett Show. Yeah, it's very Control. You're 100% correct. I don't know if you overheard, but the guy who plays Casper Darling in Control, the Doctor, is this voice, is Alan Wake. Which is pretty cool. No charges. Interesting. What does that mean? Because I gave the electrical charge back here? So I've taken it there. We still head through here. And we'll go to the same room. Yep.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself.
Looking good.
I have to fight it. I have to remember the clicker.
That jacket hoodie
The light
arrangement's very
switch.
nice.
I lost it, but I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This
I
place
figured as
is
much.
a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror real. It feeds off my mind, twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral in the darkness. I dive to the bottom to find
It's a lot of
the answer.
CRT TVs.
And the key, the compass, is combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean. And a lake that's not a lake.
End of part. Part 1? 2? 3, 4, or 5? Thank you for believing me, chat. I didn't think I could do it without you. Okay, hold on. We're going to give that back. And head through here. There's outdoors. New York. Liberty City.
The phone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
In between with Mr. Door. Number 1 in late night. Hey, I'm walking here. Closed case. There's no closing the door on past sins.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make
They're
sure to
very
pick up.
beautifully
know
framed
you?
shots.
I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in it together. Don't worry. I got you now. We've been working. Great.
I'm losing you. Hello?
I hope it's not the guy who
Hello?
tried to blackmail us again. Subway pass. A pass to the subway. Yeah, I can see this would nuke a lot of people's systems. Quick, get a map. Nope, no map.
The man had said Caldera
Calderas.
Street Station.
Okay, so
I had to go there.
I mean, it is a... Graphically, it is a very pretty game. And there's so many light effects and shadows and stuff. It's always going to be a bit rough. Excuse me. It does look gorgeous, though.
The Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance. The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
Oh. Is that a fella? I was like, whoa, there's a noise. No. It's a car. That apparently is not the right kind of light. What about that over there? Oh, that thing says illumination. That's a good start. That might also work too. Because it's either illumination the minions maker, or it's illumination as in, we got lights.
Fuck. Okay, don't mind me, just passing through. Shadows stirred like there was
Definitely a
someone
fella.
there. But there was a light at the end
Oh,
of
of
the
course,
alley
illumination.
ahead.
Arrow.
I'm a writer. I write. Writing is the key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. I can't forget this. Don't
I don't think there's been a TV shop in literal decades.
outside time and space, outside reality. But this is real. A nightmare dimension, an ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true, make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this.
Eeks.
Hungry, monstrous things out there, plotting to stop me, to devour me, become me. Oh no.
I personally would have tried to avoid writing that particular part about a monster coming to murder me. But, you know, you do you. Cold Casey, an Alex Casey film based on the novels of Alan Wake. It's a cold day in hell.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell?
Alex Casey?
Oh, hey. We
Or are you
met at
Max
your
Payne?
show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey. I'm looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
You be careful, Alex. He wasn't careful. Hey, Alan, my man. I wouldn't go forward. I'd go back.
Casey!
Damn it.
He's probably fine. No, I think I do have to go forward, unfortunately.
I had to follow Casey.
Yep,
I
see?
needed that light.
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really want to know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Damn, imagine being, like, talked down to, dunked on by your OC. That would be rough.
This was an echo of the books I
Cold
had written
Casey.
for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective. I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
Hey, what are these?
Shit. With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
Yeah, but chill. But I think the sooner we get out of this alleyway, the better.
Manage the shadows.
It never was a story.
The shadows faded out. Until they didn't. They were trying to stop me.
I really hope that wasn't
The
just like a
flashlight
homeless guy that I shot. What's going to blast here? Huh? That thing. Yeah, they got some legs on them, huh? Pretty sprightly.
I could use the light to open the subway entrance now.
Just like good old days, eh, Alan? Torch in one hand, a revolver in another. You stay over there. Wow, this is like Gotham City train network, not New York.
I needed to find another light to go deeper inside.
Please carry a portable light with you in the subway. Identity theft is on the rise. You may not be the only you out there. Get it? Because Mr. Scratch is out there. There's the symbol again. With the overlap. Night Springs. Don't write return. That's the next book, right? Oh wait, can we get a dog? No dogs.
I needed to find a way around that fence.
Does this count as a way? Nope. Oh, wrong button. So, I'm going to assume that that doesn't include there, but there are some letters in here.
The door was locked.
We use a garbage truck. The gate was locked. Wait, do we climb up here then? How do we get upstairs? If we take that from there, send that over here, then we can get up here. And the L train. Or at least it would be if it was Chicago. Even though it's not, I don't actually know what it is. Okay, no, we don't have a line.
Careful now.
Careful. Hey, it's the thing from the scene. From the menu. Oh, I see. So we can put stuff in here and then use them wherever we want. An intriguing proposition. Is that Artie?
Hello. Oh.
Oh, it's the
Hey,
sheriff.
Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look.
I do.
I still haven't found my mystery man, though.
Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew.
Yeah, got you there, Alan.
All I have is a name. Warland Door.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him.
Hey, you boba, how you
The guy has many
doing? How's the week
disguises,
treated
like a
you so
talk show
far?
host? No. I'll keep looking.
You're
You do
making a
that.
map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places.
Oh, that's not good.
I find
Well, hopefully I can make
interesting things like
tonight
those strange
or
markings that
this
react
morning a
to
bit
light,
better for you.
but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out.
I will.
Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I
Thank you.
appreciate the help.
Is this a stash over here? Pain meds. Ah, that's the worst. You'd almost wish they just kind of gave up the ghost straight away, right? It's kind of like that, the whole dilemma of slow internet being almost worse than no internet.
Oh, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
Oh, is that the
trade you
morgue? I was
walls
about to
any
give
day.
evidence to the FBI. The door transported me here to this dream reality. Why? What door? Missing time? No memory? Oh, that's not great. Until now, have I always ended up here? Will I forget when I get out? Abducted, aliens, door, UFO, polyhedrons? Wait, is that another control reference to polyhedrons? Dreams? Me, but not me. Others I know, yet they are different. A red-headed woman. Wait, is that a reference to X-Men? With,
around, Alan.
Phoenix? What's her face? Jean Grey? Is that the one? Jean Grey? You die here. Oh, that's ominous graffiti. What's all this then?
There was something hidden here, a phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Words of lamp. Words of lamp. Words of lamp. Words of power can be used to make Wake stronger. You can assign them in Writer's room. To the writer's room. Oh, interesting. Provides a 10% chance to stun enemies on a flashlight boost. 25% chance to regain a charge. That might be very useful. That also might be useful. Currently, I think that might be more useful, though. Lost? No, you're lost. I'm fine. What is this box? Scratch? Ah. Mr. Scratch. It's like... That doesn't seem right at all. Don't write. I feel like I'm getting messages that I shouldn't be doing something. Okay, so we're definitely on the other. Oh, we're definitely on the other side of the gate. Oh, it's the car. Oh, it's the coppers.
Me.
No one snitched me out. Hey, come on, fellas. We can talk this out. If we take that and then take this, we're gonna have another light for downstairs. Reminds me of that thing that they have in Harry Potter, the Whatsy. You know, I mean, obviously it's the same. It takes light and gives it back. You found an episode of Night Springs. This is optional
The gates to
content.
the platform were closed. I had a ticket.
Hold on, where was the episode of Night Springs? We love Night Springs here. I don't think that's an accurate map. There's the episode of Night Springs. Let me at it. I haven't actually watched that much of the Twilight Zone. I've seen a few episodes here and there. I was lucky enough to be in DC kind of around New Year's, and they were doing some sort of best of marathon. But that's basically all I've seen.
A fan. The dictionary definition of the word is an enthusiast, a fervent devotee, an abbreviation of fanatic. What comes across to an outsider as a dangerous obsession or even madness is something entirely different from the point of view of the fan herself. To be a fan is a joyous existence, one filled with the happiness that stems from knowing with utter clarity the purpose of your life. But what if that purpose could be more still?
Mm-hmm.
If you could
Go
be
on.
lifted out of the flock as your idol's chosen one, the only one who could decipher his secret messages. What lengths would you go to save the object of your obsession in
Night Springs.
Night Springs?
Sorry, man, beat you to it.
Tonight's cult classic episode, #1 fan.
A teleplay by Alan Wake, hosted by Wallen Dorr. Oh, hell yeah, the best pie in town? None of the second best pie, bollocks. It me, Rose.
Life's a funny thing. You spend
Uh,
all your time wishing and hoping and
Just ignore that.
dreaming for something, and then, bam! Destiny shows up at your door like a mailman with a package you were pretty sure got lost because you ordered it like 6 months ago. But that's okay. When your destiny has eyes like sunsets and a beard like mahogany-colored velvet, you don't really mind how it arrives.
So yeah, she's a fanatic.
But my day didn't start off with all that excitement. It began like any other day did for this waitress slash protector of the town of Night Springs.
Yay,
As
female
always,
protagonist.
Knight's Diner was the hottest spot in town, so there was plenty of work to do.
I go to storage.
Hey, it's everyone's favorite waitress.
Look who it is!
Hi, everyone. Could I get another cup of that delicious special brew that only you know how to make?
Of course. Who else wants a top up?
Me.
Right here, please.
One for me, please, and thank you.
Will do.
Where's the
Let me
coffee
just
at?
grab a fresh pot.
One coffee pot, please.
The
Your
pie
beard is
here
radical.
to die for.
Here's your coffee.
How do you juggle running this diner, your bird sanctuary, and that amazing fan site for the writer you love so much?
Here you go.
A person of your genius and grace is wasted serving coffee to us regular Joes and Joannes.
Oh, I don't mind. Hot coffee.
I heard your fan site for that writer was named best fan site in the world.
Ma'am, I don't think they have awards for that.
Congratulations.
Another cup.
I would kill to have a passion like you do for that writer of yours. You two are destined for each other.
We sure are. That's everyone's coffee. Better put this pot back.
Oh, and dispense some really good advice. I would love to. Anyone need some advice to go with your coffees?
I work extremely hard, but also I'm naturally
Wow, that was
talented.
such a power move just to turn away.
No wonder us regular folks can't keep up. I'll never be as successful as you.
No, probably not.
Comparing yourself to me won't help. You gotta find what you want to do and do it.
Become an alpha, like it says on your book
I
cover there.
believe in you.
Wow. You just changed my entire way of looking at the world. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, we need some more good advice. You need advice? Anyone need advice? I'm here with advice, ready to go. My advice to you, sir, keep that beard growing. No advice needed here.
I love the medium rare burgers here.
Gotta get back on track.
Maybe there'll be more advice later on. We shall return the coffee pot.
I loved being the very successful owner and operator of the county's most popular diner. But that was nothing compared to my grease fire of passion for the writer and his
$9 for a
sheer
burger is
literary
pretty good.
talent, and
Still
for
$2.99 for
nuts
pie.
like buttery pie crust. Pie! I need to clear the empty pie plates from the tables. Shucks.
Finish up your donuts.
The writer lives just outside town in that mansion of his. Why don't you go talk to him?
Thank you for the lurk, Boba, and I hope you nap well.
We have our own ways of talking.
I saw in the news that you saved every single kitten from that bear attack. Amazing!
I did.
Thanks. Those yoga lessons really paid off.
I even found other kittens and saved them too.
Is Knight's Diner going to enter the statewide pie competition this year?
Of course. We're gonna make this our 20th win in a row.
My date last night was a total bust. You're the expert on romance.
I am.
Any advice?
Yes. But first, tell me
Tell me everything.
Long story
Sister,
short,
tell me everything.
she told me I dressed like a divorced gym teacher.
I would say more of a gay bikey,
It's
but
what's
carry on.
inside that matters, right?
I'm gonna say you do need to make an effort.
You still have to put in some effort. If you don't have a jacket with elbow patches, buy one.
Elbow patches.
The wake look.
Got it. Thanks a million.
No, thank you,
Don't
citizen.
mention it.
Not drinking coffee? You're a
You better
weirdo.
take these plates back to the service window.
Excuse me, can I borrow you?
What can I
How
do
can I
for
help you, sir?
Oh. I need a good book recommendation.
This is a
After
restaurant.
all, you're the town's literature buff.
I'll allow it.
You have got to read the newest book in the Writer's Crime Trilogy. I'll grab you a copy from the back.
We just happen to have copies in the back. Hold on.
No time for that.
No
I've
time
got
for that.
Customers waiting.
Gotta sprint to the storage room.
You better not crease any pages.
Oh, okay. Thought it was behind the door. The only thing that hurts more than love is loving again. Love will hurt. America's best-selling writer. Thank you so much for taking my 6 macaws. I know you have your sorry. I know. I sort of said. I know you have beautiful hands. I know you have your hands full with all the other sick birds at your bird sanctuary. But if anyone can find a cure for their rare bird lupus, it's you. Yours truly, a young girl who wants to be you someday. Death comes for everyone. That doesn't mean it's painless. Death will hurt. By America's best-selling writer. Well, that's rough. A man's life is stripped away. He's out to get justice. And the whole city will hurt. By America's best-selling writer. Good on you, America's best-selling writer. Bubba Swades. Is that America's best-selling writer? Where's this book at? Beat Poetry Night. What's Beat Poetry? Beat Poetry Night for the literary advancement of Night Springs. Employee of the Decade, in recognition of basically being the best at everything. Presented to everyone's favorite waitress. Don't touch. Wouldn't dream of it. I thought I owned this place. Am I giving myself the best of the best award? That's pretty selfish. Okay, so it's not behind that door. The door lied to me. We need to go further into the back. No? Is it in the toilet? Do I leave my books in here? No. Strangely enough, I don't. Get a novel from storage. Well, this is storage. Can't pick up that. I can't give him my shoes. Oh, I see. I select one of these. Oh, no, I can only select this.
Your favorite writer whose voice you would recognize in
I
your
knew it.
sleep.
I knew it was him.
I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan. You're the only one who can save me.
Oh my gosh! Don't worry, I'm on my way. My beloved writer was in terrible danger, and I had to rescue him. The stakes had never been higher. Luckily, I kept all my accessories in the diner's kitchen.
What accessories? We're talking like guns? Probably shouldn't just leave that sizzling away, but, you know, whatever.
My
Hey, I was right, guns.
accessories. Everything a girl needed to claim victory in the battle for love.
But what are we feeling? Shotguns or rifles?
My trusty 12 gauge, fully automatic.
Oh, it's a fully
Extreme
automatic shotgun.
circumstances
Okay.
Call
Well,
for
that's.
extreme shotguns.
And we also got to take a rifle.
Action hunting rifle with a gorgeous walnut stock. Deadly, and looks good doing it. There was no time to waste. The shortcut through the boatyard was the fastest way to my rider's mansion in the woods outside.
Excuse me.
Knock 'em dead!
The boatyard is this way! You better hurry!
Go through the boatyard! It's the shortest route!
Where is the boatyard? Oh, it's this way, I guess.
This was my moment. My chance to save the rider and make him realize how much he needed me. And if that's not love, I don't know what is.
Run the diner while you're gone! Or we'll be way worse at it!
One waitress plus one rider equals forever.
Save literature! You're the only one tough and graceful enough to save.
I was leaving my old life behind, like a body left to sink in a lake so no one finds it.
Huh?
Nothing would get between me.
What was that
and
about the
my
lake and the
future with
bodies
the
sinking in
rider.
the lake? Oh. I just had to watch the cutscene. Hello there, Mr. Bike Rider. That is in fact your real name.
Now, who the heck is that?
Gonna get in close, so we need a shotgun.
I knew you'd come to his rescue.
Who are you? And why do you look like a slightly less handsome version of my rider?
Oh, don't you ever compare me to that worthless hack.
Are you Mr. Scratch,
sure,
sir?
I may be his wild and rebellious estranged twin brother, but we can't all be perfect.
I had no idea he had a brother. To think there were two of him all this time.
After today, there won't be. No more writer, no more books, no more living in his shadow.
I can't allow that.
But you're his brother. I'm sure you two can talk it out and realize you have so much in common, and after you change, you can move in together. And I'll come over with popcorn for movie nights.
He had his chance for popcorn and movie nights,
Oh,
but he
okay,
wanted
well,
to
maybe
keep
not.
everything for himself. Too bad. You know what they say?
No.
If you can't join him, beat him.
What did you do to him?
I locked Mr. Fancy Pants up somewhere you'll never find him.
You won't get away with this. I'll stop you.
Babe, I got an army of people that hate that hack almost as much as I do. They're ready to die if it stops him from writing another crappy book. What do you got?
Shotgun or love? I mean, we do have love, but we've also got a shotgun, so both are true. I think the character would say love.
I have the power of love.
Oh, is that right? Well, you're gonna need more than your feelings if you want to stop all of us.
Ooh!
Only
There's
a
furries
monster could be blind to the poignance of my writer's books. There is only one way to deal with monsters.
Oh, that was rude.
What is it with you? Yahtzee! My gun's hungry. Don't get between me and my writer.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff on the screen. Yeah, the full automatic mode is pretty good.
I ate my spinach this morning, so don't mess with me. You are all being very rude.
Okay. Is that guy wearing a helmet? No. Yes? No. Yes. No, it's the
Me
hat.
and my writer.
Ow. Probably should have dodged that one. that a grenade? It is a grenade. Over here.
My rider's jerky twin had him locked up somewhere. The sweet, helpless prince locked in a tower. But his fan in shining armor was on her way. Luckily, one of those haters had made a hole in the fence for me.
Okay, we have so many shotgun rounds. What's up? Morning, Shadow. How you doing? Are you back at the office this week? We're just saving Alan Wake as a writer, as a waitress.
The
Alan Wake is
twins'
a
motorcycle
writer.
had left tracks in the mud. I recognized the tread pattern immediately, thanks to my famously keen perception. The tracks would lead me right to my rider and his kidnapper. I felt like the detective from my writer's books.
How are you doing? How's the week been?
wits.
How'd the weekend treat you as well?
All I needed now was an unlimited supply of black coffee and crippling emotional trauma caused by the untimely death of my
bummer.
spouse.
Hopefully it's not too painful.
I ate my spinach this morning, so don't mess with me.
Alright. There we go. I'm glad to hear you're doing alright. Stop being so rude.
I'm fresh out of bullets.
Nope, keep doing that.
I ate my spinach this morning, so don't mess with me. Whoops.
Alright, let's take this
Gotta
opportunity to
put my
reload the
bullets
rifle.
in.
Ooh, that's not fun. I hope it's nothing too serious and just a sprain. Oh, I'm sorry.
Tamale.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, hold on. I need to fill my gun up.
Doing alright. We got back from... Well, I had my break, the time away, which was very nice. Okay, I think they're dead. Still on leave, which is nice.
My writer ever told me he had a semi-evil twin brother.
I've had a ceiling fan installed in my place, in my bedroom, in my office just above here, which is a big plus.
So he could reveal this.
I applied for 2
vulnerable
jobs and I've
chapter
heard
from a
back from
dramatic
one with a
story
possibility
his
of some sort
emotionally
of
troubled past.
test
That
kind
man
of thing
has more
that I need to
layers than
do.
a croissant.
If I haven't heard from them about that tomorrow morning, I should email them because I've only got 7 days to do it in. But for the most part, it's been a pretty alright week. Yeah, hopefully things are going to come up Jow a little bit. That would be nice. All the tears of all the angels in heaven were falling over the city. She wore the rain like a funeral shroud. She was in a sad state, this city of mine, but she was still mine, the filthy prison I called home. I was here for a reason. Joe Bullets Capone. He was inside, drinking champagne and throwing around his dirty money, while I stood in the rain, smoking a soggy cigarette. But that didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was I knew Bullets had a bad night coming his way. He had no clue. He made me wait for it, though. My pack of cigarettes was long gone by the time Bullets staggered out of the back door. I detached myself from the shadows and stepped up, right beside that pathetic excuse for a man. Long time, Joe. Bullets looked up, his booze-soaked grin twisted into something less friendly. You. He reached for the pistol under his jacket, a 6-shooter that with slugs as big as my cigarette stubs. I'd done my homework. He barely had the piece out of his holster before I was on him. I wrestled it out of his hands, tossed it behind a dumpster. Bullets didn't like that. Well, I mean, it's in the name, right? Gave me one right in the gut. Wind rushed out of my lungs like a soul leaving a body. Through my wheezing, I could make out the slap of boots against the water. Bullets was legging it. I had to get after him. Couldn't lose him, not when I was so close. He had info I needed, the address of the last stop for this train called Revenge. So I sucked in what air I could and took off after him. Through the twisting maze of alleyways. 2 rats, but only 1 cheese. Nice. I pulled out my revolver. I was playing for keeps. Don't make this hard, Joe. I caught up to him. As he was dropping down the other side of this chain-link fence, he sneered. Teeth like rows of grey tombstones. He thought he was escaping. He thought he was safe. My body slammed against the fence like a bird against a window. I clutched the thin metal, scrambled over it, the jagged edges of wire ripping through the sleeves of my leather coat, biting into the skin. The pain was welcome. Good for you. I dropped down into the alley and ran like a panther. At every blind corner, I expected a trash can lid to the face. None came. Maybe Bullets hadn't liked what he saw in my eyes as I climbed that fence. I bet he wasn't smiling now. Then I had him. A trapped rat, trying and failing to wrench a locked door off its hinges. I leveled my gun at him. You know what I want, Joe. Bullets let go of the door handle. Hands up as they'd go. Hands up as they go? Hands up as high as they go, maybe? Beseeching a higher power not to cast him down. Come on, man, I ain't gonna bring your wife back. Can't hurt to try. Talk. Yeah, sure thing, sure. Bullets lunged for his ankle. A crack of lightning from my hand and he was down in the gutter, clutching his belly. I walked over, calm as snow. Stood over him, watched his putrid blood mingle with the rivers of rainwater. You talk? I call an ambulance. His words were having a hard time getting through the pain. You're insane, man. Insane. I raised my gun level with his eyes. Try again. Okay. You want the big man, yeah? I know where you can find him. Blood pounded in my ears like war drums. All the killing, the sleepless nights, the booze, the countless cigarettes I smoked while ghosts swirled around me. It was all for this. The drums got louder. Bullets caught his breath, straining against the pain. Then he spilled his guts. My #1 fan. If you don't make it, then I just want you to know that no, I can't say it. Curse my crippling, sensitive, artistic nature. I left the alley, told a waiter on the curb that a guy had been shot. Didn't care what he did with that information. I had what I needed. What was that? What did you need out of all that? Was it that I, the #1 fan, was coming to rescue the writer?
The motorcycle tracks ended at a cabin. Was my rider inside?
Anyone gonna rescue this poor little rider? Hello? Is anybody there? I'm just a frail rider and I require aid.
He's inside.
I'll go in the other way. By that, I mean I'll go to the laundry, apparently. I know, I was just registering that when you turned up. He wasn't.
Finally be together and sit through beat poetry readings and drink $18 cocktails and have high tea with the queen.
Wait a minute. My rider only drinks coffee. 2 sugars, no milk. I keep all the mugs.
Okay, no more tricks. I'll be waiting upstairs.
This is the cabin.
Where are you?
I was never upstairs. I lied when I said there were no more tricks.
You're
Oh, let's
starting
zoom
to
out a
piss
little bit.
me off, mister.
Car battery
Where
sold
is my
potential.
writer?
Pulling fingernails,
I'm
too
just
messy.
having a little fun.
The bell. Where do I get a
Chat
bell?
out at the beach.
Blunt spoon, nice and simple. Dismantle typewriter. A+
First,
psychological
he
damage.
kidnaps
Gasoline
my
and fire.
writer.
Fire might be in the
Then
cabin
he
though.
calls
Maybe
him
overcomplicating
tea
this.
drinker? He had crossed the line. I was going to go to that beach and give this jerk the scolding of a lifetime.
Brothers, the moon can only shine when the sun is gone. The night can only come when the day is done. Can the sea ever meet the ocean? Ah, well, then he might be a busy boy trying to figure all that out. Yeah, it was a really nice gesture of him. His.
The twin said he was down.
Solid TV. They really don't make them like they used to. Not this beach, this beach. Got it. We have so many shotgun rounds. Yeah, it was a second-hand shop. Second-hand antique vintage
Me
place.
and my bike were just enjoying the view.
Where
Pretty
is
lame
my
view.
writer?
What do you even see in that crybaby? He's boring, he dresses like a nerd,
Hush your mouth! He is a stylish intellectual who is in touch with his feelings.
You're starting to cramp my style, babe. And I'm not telling you where he is.
Oh, rude.
What did he ever do to you?
I already told you that? At the boatyard? I feel overshadowed by success, like he's taking everything I can compete.
Oh, right. I remember now. It's a self-confidence thing.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that.
You are going to tell me where he is, or else.
Or else what, babe?
You asked for it. You're rude. You have no manners. Your
Get him.
too cool to care attitude is attractive initially, but drives
Get him.
people away after they
Go,
realize you're
go,
emotionally
go,
incapable
go,
of letting
go,
your walls
go,
down
go.
to reveal that you are a vulnerable human being, just like everybody else. You are trying way too hard with that outfit.
No, stop! I don't like being seen!
Got him.
Listen, I never had your precious writer. I was just keeping you distracted while my army of haters storms this mansion. Now the love of your life is doomed. Doomed!
Ah!
He tricked me, even with your famously keen perception.
Oh, ow, hold on. This looks like a job for the shotgun. Okay, that dodge didn't work super well. Okay, where's Captain Speedster?
I had to get to my writer's mansion as fast as my chunky kitten heels would take me.
It was... The only thing was with the antique shop is it was... That one is quite overpriced, I feel like. I went to another one, which was a real dump. Like, stuff was just kind of everywhere. Didn't have any, kind of pumps. But it did have some old cameras, which were quite interesting to me. Oh, where are you? Oh, you're up there.
Between me and my writer.
It also had, like, old Xbox 360s, a Japanese copy of Need for Speed Carbon, and Desert Storm playing cards, or trading cards. Which is where I got that picture of Dick Cheney from.
It's bullets o'clock.
I hope I'm going the right way. Where is shit now?
bullets.
I didn't unfortunately get a good picture of it, I realized afterwards when I actually sent the photos. But it had a pretty, like, it was in very good condition. It had a, like a lamb or a sheep on top, which was quite impressive.
Gotta put more bullets in.
I knew you, my #1 fan, would never fall victim to my twisted brother's lies. His hatred for me is as inexplicable as the sunrise, and just as fiery. But I knew your heart would never.
So I'm a deer now.
You're the only one who can save me.
It was a, I guess it would have been a glass lamb then. Yeah, they really don't make them like they used to. They're a bit more utilitarian these days.
My rider believed in me. We were kindred spirits. We fit together like a bicycle chain and that spiky wheel thing the chain fits into.
So true.
We were connected by love and destiny. He was meant to be mine, always and forever. There was no time to lose. I was the only one who could save the writer and the
Not in the same way, at
soul
least.
of literature from these evil haters. The fate of all art rested on my shoulders. The stakes had never been higher.
Again.
If I have to stop you myself, I will.
Unlike him, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
Have you seen the condition of my dress? Ow. Okay, I've got to dodge that, I guess. Okay, it's not working. Nope. I don't think there's anything I can actually do with that. Like, I think I just have to run away.
I should have known.
Should have known he was a werewolf. How would I have known that?
Stop me.
Was that about a sexy monster? Oh, you can shoot the love buttons out of the air. Okay, well, that checks out. Oh, that one. Oh no! Not the best waitress! The #1 fan!
There was no time to lose. I was the only one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature from these evil haters.
Not the evil haters.
All art rested on my shoulders. The stakes
Unfortunately,
had never been higher.
they've got the checkpoint in the wrong spot. Checkpoints should always be on the other side of the unskippable dialogue.
If I have to stop you myself, I will.
Unlike him, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
You have a heart.
I don't want to hurt you, but
Get shotgunned, idiot.
won't stop.
Yeah. I do like that his motorcycle is also a werewolf. That is a nice touch. Very Sonic OC of it. Oh, I couldn't see because my head was in the way.
Try being a good werewolf.
Gosh darn indeed. Take that, motorcycle.
Gotta put more bullets in.
Hold on, what's this about a sexy month? Oh, there.
The only heart I want is the right.
Ow.
Bullets o'clock.
His brother isn't a werewolf. That might be disappointing to some in the audience. How do we talk to the bad boy? Are we gonna hold a seance? Look, I think that'll be an interesting twist. Oh, the bad boy's over here now. Hey, bad boy.
Go ahead. Finish me off.
Okay. I can't. I'm clicking. Okay, I
Going
can't.
to kill you? You're my darling writer's brother.
You really do love him, huh? I guess I never even had a chance. I was just jealous of his talent, his money, his velvety hair. But mostly, that he's got the love of somebody as amazing as you.
Oh, you silly werewolf.
You silly werewolf, just go on the internet. There's hundreds of thousands of people that would love you.
Wanting to be him and start wanting to be you.
Your words have shown me that it wasn't my brother I hated. It was myself. Oh, what have I done? Those haters will tear him apart, and it's all my fault. Please.
Nice enough house. I wouldn't have it in pink though.
Oh, I intend to.
Just reload the rifle over
Fresh
here.
out of bullets. All being very rude. Did someone order a reckoning? Tamales.
Oh, tamales indeed. I actually don't know what a tamale is. Oh, I had a second thought about coming out from that corner. How dare you review bomb? Don't game the review system. Are you a nurse? I feel bad about shooting you. Probably from the size of her, she's a head nurse. Ow, I probably should have dodged that, huh? Oh, what a white Christmas tree. I'm not too taken by those white Christmas trees, to be honest. I know that's like the least related thing I could possibly discuss. But it's true. I feel like they should be green, you know? If you're gonna pretend, you might as well pretend.
My gun's hungry.
Gotta sweep and clear, make sure all these doors are secure. Oh, sorry about the end table thing. Can't get through there, I'm gonna assume that's secure as well. 3-4. Bloody duh. I like how that person didn't even try and like open the door. It's just that they appeared behind it. Okay, they're dead.
Hold on. I need to fill my gun up.
Sorry, just because they were a cop.
You're all being very rude.
Now is everything else safe? Oh, got some reading to do. Hair and beard regime twice a week. Wash thoroughly with cold water, gentle pat dry with high thread count towel. Brush 3 times with a honeycomb bought locally at farmer's market. Very important. Apply shampoo to dry hair. Rinse with cold water. Gentle pat dry with high thread count towel. Condition often. Rules. Never wear a hat. Once a month, rub 3 mixed eggs bought locally at farmer's market. Again, very important. Into damp hair, scalp, and beard. Avoid chlorine, heat, and inexperienced barbers. I mean, that last one's pretty much a rule that everyone should follow, I think. Ideas for next book. Inventive murder weapons, stapler, lawnmower, swordfish, philosophy. I'd actually pay to read that. It was Colonel Mustard in the dining room with philosophy, with Nietzsche.
I don't have time to
Escalate the crime, plunge the depths of humanity, darkness. A murder religion, hero's motivation, a rival private eye. His wife returns from the dead only to be killed a second time. Too much? Not enough? Not enough. They should resurrect again in the book, so they die for a 3rd time. A waitress character who is intelligent, sophisticated, and good with a weapon. Smells like cinnamon and gunpowder. I could play that. Like the character, not necessarily the game, the character. Okay, we're gonna make sure we're all healed up for the smooching.
It's bullets o'clock.
And just in case we need more bullets, we'll make sure they're loaded in as well. Sup, Ryder? I'm here for the smooching. Oh, he's looking very smoochable.
And there he was. After all the fighting, we were finally alone. Together.
Look, I might ask you to
Our
change
love
first.
was written in the stars. And so we danced like 2 spinning planets that would eventually crash into each other in a dazzling display of flames and rocks and other planet stuff.
Pause.
He told me all the sweet things I'd been waiting a lifetime to hear. I saw myself reflected in his eyes.
He told me a D's nuts joke.
I would always be at his side, to inspire and protect him. He needed me, now and forever. After all, I am his #1 fan.
And so closes another episode of Night Spring.
A fan and the object of her joy come together against a world trying to keep them apart.
Not my favorite episode of Night Springs, but
for some,
bit middling.
But is happiness, like beauty, all in the eye of the beholder? Where is the line between fandom and fixation? One can
Kind of
never
there-ish.
tell in Night Springs.
Now we go back to spooky New York subway. Can we skip the DMCA music, or is it a nah? Looking like it's a nah. Whew. And we're back. Back in spooky New York City. Excellent. Some batteries and some pills. Come on. There we go. Subway pass. Caldera
Something about the
Station.
station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed
Looper
more.
Express to Mirror Heights
Something
except late
lingered
nights.
here.
Late nights,
A half-forgotten
you end
memory.
here.
An echo.
Dark Avenue Downtown via Bridge. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by dream standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Love it! Love it, love it, love it! I love that it's referencing the opening to Alan Wake 1 in that.
Something was here. A vision
An FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing.
And you're back. Welcome back.
Dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the
That's a pretty fancy
map.
railings.
Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
How does it not make you think of a
the ghost of my fictional detective.
How does it not make you
a
think of a
story thread
volcano?
I could use in my writing. I had a location. The dark place reacted to my story.
You missed me fangirling to this here. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. In other words, the opening, like, sentences from Alan Wake 1. And that, no train stop here. And that just, I love that. I love that it's, like, very intertwined with the rest of it. Here we go. Here's the next words. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation. There shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is always what stays with us the longest. There has been a lot of... I haven't seen any with Alice, but I have seen a lot of, like, your fault, don't write. Oh, yep. There's Mr. Scratch as well, our evil alternative. Find Alice. Initiation. You lost her, don't write. Scratch. And even, like, the things here. A looper missed express to Mirror Heights, except late nights. Late nights, you end here. W Dark Avenue Downtown Vibe Bridge. Or this one here. No train stop here. Wait here to board. I have to say I am really liking this game, as you may have guessed. You die here, you die here, you die here. Nuh-uh. Alice. Yeah. These ones are creepier though.
The blood trail continued deeper into darkness.
Wait, I just want to face.
Having an easy truce of sorts with those guys. There's a train. And a spray can. We can make our own graffiti. I think I'd spook myself out too much. I'd give myself the heebie-jeebies. You know, I'd be like, oh, what's that behind the... that kind of proves the point a little bit. What's that behind the corner kind of stuff?
The sound of that.
I think my imagination would get away from me. Yeah, they are. I think this is to do... where was it? Here. It's to do with this, like we're rewriting, we're in the story, so we're rewriting it as it goes along. So I think it's more, not that someone's been hit by a train, but someone was murdered down here. I've done something that the game didn't like. I think I had the audacity to come in here, and that was, not on. Yeah, I think this is Cactus. Oh wait, no, I need to enter.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Part 1, Part 2, Casey. Casey's case. Find the right story. Shape the dark place. I mean, you're not really meant to, right?
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Oh, sorry, I'd have to go back in time. Yeah, I see. Back to where I came from. I don't think I can do that. Let's get this map. Let's drop down a quick save. Put anything in the shoebox? Not particularly. It is a good look on this guy, at least. I've got a friend through church who's just become a history teacher, and he does dress like this, like in a tweed suit. Though I think he looks a bit more like not Alan Wake, he looks a bit more like Indiana Jones than Alan Wake, to be honest. Okay, so we can't get there, but we want to go that way. I don't think he's got elbow patches yet.
The tunnels were a maze. The blood trail led me on.
Wait, can we steal the light? No, we need to give the light here. Okay. You can't quite see it, but there's a lamp in the back of our jacket, in our briefcase at the back there. And it's kind of like the illuminator thing from Harry Potter, where we can take light from like that over there and give it to that over there. And in doing so, changing where the light is kind of changes almost like what reality we're inhabiting. And therefore like what obstacles are in our way.
Another place to use in this story. I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper. I changed the story, and with that, the dark place changed. The federal agent had come here looking for answers. All he found was a fate worse than death.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next.
I mean, it's not entirely inaccurate though, right? Shopping trolls get places where they really shouldn't be.
They're unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Yeah, they should work on the structure. Damn, good shot, Seribot. Seribot's got the fastest hands in the West.
A source of inspiration.
What do you know? Word is your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the cult of the word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
Is it really?
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Wake. Alan Wake.
I feel like Metro kind of does that.
Down your throat.
The Russian nuclear apocalypse game. Hold on, if we go back that way.
The new story beat fit the story perfectly. I had to be at the scene to see and understand
I've got to go back there.
in order
Got
to
it.
change it.
I think it's... Well, at least Metro has a similar thing. I don't know whether that's the game you're thinking of.
I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. A twisted Bible.
There was also a kind of Crisis-like game where you had a suit that could control time. Which was kind of in development hell for like years. I think we want to go in here.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Cult of the Word. To Shrine Street platform. Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was in any place you would say, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that one week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of the light, fighting his evil double, the herald of darkness. The wheel had been jammed in place until the oil gurgled and flowed thick. The warning lights were blinking in a fast rhythm, bright and steady, powered by the battery. The Kasabian CD was playing in the boombox, all distorted guitars and intense beat. High above, some piece of orbital junk or another collided with the satellite, knocking it radically, of course. And this, I think, is the beginning of Alan Wake 2. Oh, that's quite impressive. Maybe that's the sheriff down there again? Cynthia Reaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals. I just stepped outside to catch my breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather is getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. I love the references. I love that they're all like, all of the Alan Wake story bits are in here.
Hey, Alan.
What's up?
Tim Breaker. In case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Door going?
It's not great. This dream we're in, putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
The sketch you have does look like the Door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the Door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
So you think this is a dream?
That would be interesting.
I'm not ruling it out.
They could like partner with
I've always been
like if they had done it in the past, they could have partnered with like
they feel real.
The Furiosa film and had like some Mad Max cars.
In dreams, I'm often someone else, a different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world. It's alternate reality.
Or even worse, they're partially collapsed, so that they're even narrower than before.
But certain things don't change. Like Door.
Yeah, that's all stuff we've already seen. You got any supplies in here, champ? Oh, bit of chug-a-lug in there. Gonna pop some pills. You know how it is. I think it could be cool.
Alan Wake.
Just a Randolph liked Rose. That smile, little smile she had, how she was sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of her business what she did in the trailer park, but those strangers, the riders and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Brightfalls. Oh, I love it so much! Didn't want to be in Brightfalls. He now knew the impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch at any cost. I feel like there were a lot more kind of crossover cars now that I think about it in Horizon 4. Like cars from different games. Or was that Horizon 3 where they had like the Final Fantasy game and stuff? Car.
Is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, a scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying
Beware the
to
dark.
the dark place around
Write the
me.
change you want to
So
see in the
much
world.
fades
Nice.
away. Even my memory of the process washed away by dark waves. But some things remain. The darkest, nastiest elements, like the murder site. It's my goal.
It's interesting how CRT TVs have kind of really made a resurgence in, like, I don't want to say quite popularity, but, like, relevance, maybe? Like, I wouldn't exactly... I'm not desperate for one. Primarily because I don't have room. You need help. Good luck. But
the train blocked my way forward.
I wouldn't say no to
but
a...
it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
I wouldn't say no to a CRT TV. I think that would be pretty cool. You surely would remember this, but surely you remember the slide projectors that they used to have at school? At schools?
Changing a plot element in a scene
Oh, aren't I
being
there? I
was
swear I am.
impossible.
For some reason I just remembered those things. I think the last time I saw them used was with a music teacher who was like writing music notation on it.
I had to be at the scene.
I am at the scene. Oh, it's got to pop up. I get it.
The story thread felt right here.
That always gets wheeled in on like a rainy day or whatever.
Gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Wake. The darkness is coming.
Ow. Did you shoot me? It was never quite the same when they were just like a lot of, like every classroom had projectors, and it's just never quite the same. Oh, what are we doing here? There we go.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark
Can't imagine why it would turn into a ghost story after they were burnt to death.
Searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important.
Not even one?
I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found. A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Oofa doofa. They weren't kidding when this is a mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some of your viewers.
It was all real.
They were not kidding.
Fuck me.
Close that door real quick. Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. Wasn't even clear what the man had done except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out. I understood what I had to do. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There is light and there is darkness. There is guilt and there's atonement. The scale always needs to be balanced. Everything has a price. There's a long journey through the night back to the light. It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan Wake.
Hold on, we should check a map. Where we is. So if we go down, we end up over here. Shrine Street, which might be where we need to go, actually. Anything note in here? Hills? And some nothing. Just some fellas.
Stop using the word. This is just the words. You can't take the word.
Come on. Don't die, Alan.
The story.
Okay, well, I just told you not to. That's a nice narrative device that you just kind of wake back up.
Alan Wake.
Hey, this time I'm not going to go that way. I'd say we don't really need to.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Quick save. And that. Okay. How can we take that light instead? Oh. Ah. And then if we take this light too. Where is this? I wonder if I need to do some shenanigans. They really do. I don't think I need to do any shenanigans. Where does that door come from? Oh, we just went around in a circle. Haunted station. Oh, that's a ominous one for you. I'll put a light on there. That's not a light. We want to go here. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Okay, what did that do for us? That opened that up. There we go. Perfect. Shrine Street. Do that. Maybe if it's off, the front door's open. No. Well, it was worth a shot. Oh, sorry, sir. Ah, that was me. Well, that's a lesson learned. Why is that? What is that from, Shadow? That sounds very familiar.
The echoing hall had a story to tell. I had a new idea, a new story thread.
That's right. Oh, is this Nightingale?
writing was affecting reality.
How is this new to you, Alan? We've been doing this so many times at this point. Okay, well now we can get out of here at least. Very spooky. Almost too spooky. I mean, I should know it from, you know, knowing the Bible, but here we are. Okay, so I get kicked out of there. I get kicked out. You can't be in there and change it. What am I doing here? Why am I changing this? Aside from looking cool, what am I meant to be doing? Come on, we can get it. And the pills. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to angle the camera down. There we go. We found that. Stay in here if we do this. What does that do?
The hole had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
Can't climb over it. I think there might be some stuff out there that could be of use. Let's change it back. Go out there. Have a look.
The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
Writer, not of the last, the shadow cast. Third eye, protect the night. This is your time when you're gone. The writer, the first word, not the last, and the shadow. Eye open. This is your time. Ritual, friends will meet. Not the writer, the light. Shadow, to write, to lead, will meet. Okay. Does that help us meet the cult? Oh. Fire up. Ciao.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. This was dark, but the story had to be dark.
Your friends will meet him
Spooky. We'll just wait a little bit for the ads to finish. Play around with photo mode a little bit, actually. Now we want a landscape. But then we want a little bit closer. What depth of field? Lighting, that's where it was. We want a camera flash. That's a really cool effect. That's not a postcard, that's a film frame. Alrighty. Got the shot. What else can we do? Obviously play around with that. We don't particularly want radio blue. We can really fog it up. Oh, you can move the flash. It is interesting. Can you do that with the camera flash? Man. Okay, now I'm really having fun. Means you can have it so that camera flash is on your boy Alan Wake, while also having him very much off to the left. Ah. Cool. Okay. You can have a lot of fun with this camera they've got.
Wake.
Yeah. Who wants to know?
Wake. Shit, shit!
Okay. No more shooting needed. Ever felt lost, confused, stuck in a loop? It's time to wake up. Do my best. I've got a dentist now, I just remembered. That's gonna be fun. I'm not expecting it to be a disaster by any means, but I'm also not sure what to expect. Main end of line. I'll complete the ritual. Oops, sorry. Last time I went, I discovered I had a cavity in one of my wisdom teeth and had to get that drilled. That was not super enjoyable. I will say, those dentists have got a real good anesthetic. Because I did not feel a damn thing. I felt a little bit at first. I got a top up, got a second dose. Didn't feel a thing. Oh yeah, I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth currently, for the time being at least. And if I was to change that, like if I was to get them taken out, I would 100% want to be knocked out. I can't do face stuff. How am I meant to complete the ritual? I'll complete the ritual in the collapsed tunnel. I don't know if this is where we are. So we need to go back here. Means we need to go here.
Wait. Alan Wake.
Oh, sorry, am I getting attacked yet?
Leave my side out.
Nope, I wanted that on. I think we've overstayed our welcome here, Alan. This is the dentist that I go to is the one that I think I've been to basically my entire life. I think if we put this back in,
the scene had changed.
get over there somewhere. Word of gun. %5 chance of not consuming ammo when firing the revolver? I think, I only really got the revolver currently. We need to be over there. Wait, did doing that open this up? No. Didn't I never actually try the door. Need to get back there. think Torchbearers was the one we had the last time we went to the collapsed tunnel. I think that's what we had it set on.
Alan, awake.
I'm just really not sure. Maybe I just run through it. Go back the long way, you know? Yeah, I couldn't. I had an eye test because I wasn't sure if what was going on with my eyes. I was getting like floaters and stuff in them. It was able to tell me that I had 20/20 vision, which is nice. Where are we now? We are over here. We need to get here.
Alan, wake.
Take this. Upstairs.
This thread would create something terrible in the scene. But it's what the story needed.
Okay, where are we now? We're here. I think we can get back through here. That's right, we go down here. I guess that makes sense. You probably do want your truck drivers to be able to see where they're going, right?
Wake.
Nope, must be someone else. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. No. Well, I mean, I feel like you could rock them. Get some music notes on them to match Shadow's personality. I think you could pull them off. You might look a little bit Elton John though, so you'd have to be careful. You don't want to infringe on his copyright.
The plot changed. The dark presence. Fuck. Fuck!
Bit of haste, Alan. Oh, sorry. Didn't see that. I'm sorry if you die, Alan. That's what I thought. Oh, the ones where it's just like two.
I couldn't hear the dark presence.
Just the two lenses. Aren't they
gone.
called? Are they bifocals? Get some health up in the club, real quick.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Yeah, hold on, Alan. You're in no state to go through a tunnel. This is a lot older than I thought it would be. Luckily for me, it's a lot less stable too.
I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
I imagine they'd also be really fragile too, because there's like very little material actually holding onto the glass. There's like the giant stormwater surge thing they got in Tokyo. Actually, no, it's not. This is like the control, the foundations of the oldest house, where it's kind of like a forest and kind of like a building at the same time.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Just gonna try and avoid the Beppis. Oh, well, I did my best.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
Oh, I see. So this is a flashback.
Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
It's a tall one. End of part... What? Part what? So... She took Nightingale's heart. The writer of the first word... Not the... Oh, wait, hold on. Just read it from the script.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem?
The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last.
No.
The terror of the light, the shadow cast. The third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. This is about Mr. Scratch. Our evil twin. No, I didn't. I was thinking I should, because I was like, Shadow will definitely want to talk about this.
Murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act.
It seems like everyone's received it well, though, which is good.
Wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget.
It seems like I mean, obviously there was the hiccup at the beginning with the
making you crazy.
Pretty terrible Sonic. But they seem to really have kind of done well by the fans, it seems. Parliament Tower Plaza.
The station had changed.
Dark place.
I was closer now.
Photography and videography exhibition by Alice Wake. Dude, jump through the window? I'm not in any of the zones I can change. I head back out?
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home?
Parliament Tower isn't a very New York or just America name, really.
Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
Loving memory of Alan Wake, 1977 to 2010. Yeah, it is a phone ringing.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
I could have sworn that was a Mitsubishi Magna for a second. Return. I mean, it's got real Resident Evil vibes with that kind of grid of inventory.
I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper to the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come...
Wait, hello?
Nice place we got here.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way.
I take it you've seen all the other Sonic films.
She knew things.
You know, Sonic 1 and 2.
There in her.
How was Sonic 2? I heard pretty good things about Sonic 1.
For help. The darkness she'd witnessed.
But the first sequel is always a bit
danger.
Bit of the rough one.
In the story?
Except, of course, with Shrek, where I think the second one is probably the best one. That's Idris Elba, right? Playing Sonic? Playing Knuckles. I got there eventually. Nice door. Ooh, really nice. I do like that strip lighting they've got going on there. Haunting. Initiation 3. What kind of camera are we working
Alice's
with here?
photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
It's a film camera. I want to say it's a Nikon? Wait, hold on. What am I doing? We can do this properly. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Oh, then again, maybe it's a Canon. Does have kind of AE1 vibes. Well, I mean, strictly this is an SLR. This is the original SLR. single lens reflex. The DSLR means it's just got a digital sensor instead of a film behind it. I just want to take a photo of that because I do want to do a little bit of research because I'm a nerd. Oh, absolutely. Okay. And it's nice that they've actually used a properly sized camera, like unlike the last one where it was this enormous DSLR.
Alice! Alice!
Alice.
Big for exhibition.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Nothing that way.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books.
Hey, the apartment is a little bit different to what it used to be. Damn, that is a nice library. Damn, this is a bitching apartment.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Video art dock on screens multi. Focal point in the dark place. Yeah, I really like this apartment. I'd happily live here. I don't have any, well, I say that. I do have some of those like umbrella things, but one that I can, I've never really used. I bought it just before the pandemic kicked off with ambitions of actually doing something kind of like that. And well, you know, stuff happened. Oh, hold on. Come on, Alan. Down in front.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
I actually don't know if they've got a name.
And then I met Alan. We had a good thing.
I mean, they probably do. They must, right?
Our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking.
That's me!
Voices.
I'm the one clacking the typewriter.
Alan was back. Haunting me.
Oh, the light's flickering.
Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
Scratch. Or Mr. Ksh.
He always did have anger in him. motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew.
Surprise, the world's really dark. That'd be a hell of an exhibition.
I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
I really like the cutscenes. They're like in no way cheap or cheesy, I think. It feels like a legit like serious TV series or movie. Doesn't it all feel like a, you know, a cheap art form or whatever? Yeah.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah. Invented
It's
that.
like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Brightfalls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away.
Like, they're very well framed, the cutscene.
Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Like, that shot has no right, or even that shot has no right of being in a game cutscene, necessarily.
Mr. Wake.
It's a good cinematic shot.
Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
The story.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Okay, talk to someone and read the manuscript. Gee, demanding.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Too easy, unfortunately. Oh, that's a lot of images and stuff we got down here. Wake was trapped in the dark place for 13 years. Is the dark presence inside the dark place? Take on the form of Mr. Scratch, as well as the amorphous storm cloud. Don't sigh at me, Saga. I'm doing my best here. Wait, the story changes our reality bit by bit. The process is gradual. We want that. I don't know why it's Deerfest. Why Deerfest? Why not today? And the dark place can be accessed via Cauldron Lake.
The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
Almost like he's an author or something. Yeah, don't forget you entered the dark place.
doesn't look right.
What was this one? I feel like there was another one that we missed. Oh, I missed, I should say. Radya.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Well, that's not
If
good.
the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Every time I hit Alan, I want to do that.
Is he confused?
That
Or is he
gerbil
hiding
or whatever, you know, shouting out to his friend Alan. Alan! Alan!
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington.
Washington.
He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Interesting if true. Who's involved? That sounds... Nope. I didn't mean that. That was just a...
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this.
We're also involved in
This
this.
is our job.
We're also actively trying to avoid being murdered.
Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Just chuck them right in the recycling.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Go to the trailer park outside
The
of
cult
Watery.
of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
What, the FBI don't wear flannel? Now you can switch between Alan and Saga's story via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Interesting. This is a shoebox, and I imagine we can put things in. And then have them come out. Maybe it doesn't switch. Like, I mean, have them come out for Alan and or go in for Saga or vice versa. Artie and the janitors. Self-defense course. We should be doing that. We need all the kung fu we can get our hands on. Alright, let's head out to this trailer park.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we
Right after
finding
this.
them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages. When this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
You probably need a lot of rest. Well, it sounds like you need a lot of rest too, then, Shadow. I thought that was like pumpkin juice spilling out.
Rest easy, buddy.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do ride-alongs. And if Scratch is after you, then so is the cult. We don't know who we can trust here.
Damn it, you are making a mistake.
I'll be sure to add that to the list.
Hi, welcome.
Okay. Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
The stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you.
Who's leaving
Those beady
mugs
red
on the
marble eyes
floor?
still give me nightmares.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions
I can't force it open.
available to children.
I mean, how many other coffee-themed
Just like our coffee.
theme parks are there?
That concludes our debate on whether
Nope, I didn't
Organic coffee and
want to do that.
adventure begin.
For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour. Brought to you by
Would finish an
Moose
interest.
Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright
Soak in
Falls.
some local history.
By now,
Very timbery.
FBI setting up shop in town.
Look, if I was working from home, I would absolutely have a siesta and like turn down for an hour or so during the middle of the day. Yeah, it was very sauna, wasn't it? Sauna. Holden Lake. Look into news and rumors. Focus on 2010. Cross-reference with old case files from the New York City cult. Similarities, commonalities, and methodology. Part of a series. Find out the name of good coffee from diner. Someone was tossing and turning. Wow, someone... I can see why they were tossing and turning. They're running exclusively on caffeine. Maybe we shouldn't leave them with Alan Wake. Yeah, ma'am, I'll kick in the door for you. Tammy didn't want to come, I can tell. Not like the trip is even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me, but Brightfalls is just a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays about how crappy the world is. I thought scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know. It's not me. I want to write something weird, something really out there, something authentic. But what? Flip this town. I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird, though. Sitting here in a hotel room, some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play, a space cult burning down the galaxy in some misguided search for to be determined. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight in the cult's path. All-black cast? A musical? A rock opera? Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Brightfalls, he had decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove his rental car to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what the point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed himself and turned to go. Suddenly he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed into the ground. Ed struggled in vain. Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls, his first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added a great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she'd pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. Not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid. Well, about that, sister.
It won't open.
Don't mind me, wasn't checking the door or anything. These guys could really do with... Wait, is that my radio? It is. Okay, well, we'll just leave it on. That's a hell of a chimney. Oh, it's you again. Beard Man. From the dream before. Oh, I wanted to stay outside. The historic Elderwood Palace Lodge of Bright Falls. This building was constructed as part of one of the early settlements in the greater Bright Falls area. Built in 1898, the building has been both in private and public use through the years, and has bravely stood the test of time. In 2015, it was carefully taken apart and relocated here in downtown Bright Falls, where it was rebuilt into its original glory log by log. The older Palace Lodge reopened in Bright Falls in 2016 and has served its customers faithfully ever since. Yeah, right. The trouble is the trouble for him, I guess, is there's only chin hair. Yeah, this is the... I think this is the mental hospital from the first game? Oh wait, I need to hop in the whip, I think. But first, let's have a look at some weapon upgrades. I think we need more bullets.
Saga had lost count of how many shots she'd fired, but she was sure it must have been more than she had in her magazine. And yet, she'd not run out of ammo. As if the magazine had grown to fit more bullets. She fired again.
You can only have one at a time. Oh wait, no, I didn't have any of them. I wouldn't want that one though. I think I get a bit too excited. You know, just go.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns
I mean,
out to
all
be
of the
true
other
like the
stuff is
rest
kind of
have,
true, right? Why is the
this
evil
could be a
doppelganger the
breakthrough.
one that's tripping these people up?
we might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
I think because that's basically covering a loading
But remember
screen,
what happened with the
I think the audio is like loaded separately to the video or whatever it is on top. So that just keeps going smoothly, and then the audio just has to run to catch up. Sorry, the video has to run to catch up, unfortunately.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in water.
I'm just carrying a shotgun on my shoulder. I'm not even wearing an FBI jacket. I mean, I know it's America, but this is Washington.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone. For water.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
Nope. Got a real G-Man vibe, that car. Excuse me, I just want to have a look at this sign. Carl's Garage? Is that Carl Stuckey? Are you from a Edward Scissorhands directed film? Because it sure looks like it. A Sumi Hall. Good music. Hello there.
Okay then. Catchy tune.
Excuse me. Do you know where? Hush! Artie's in the middle of a show.
I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
Hurry up, please. Moose Fest meets Sawmi Hall. Raffles, karaoke, skits. That stuff. Come one, come all. Mystery Beast at the Hidden in the Depths. Coffee World? Oh, this place is it all. Got a shoebox, it's got a quick save location. Can't get on the stage though.
I feel bad for these guys.
Every time I pet one, I feel like it's gonna suddenly turn and face me. These have got to be the devs, right? Tom, the poet. The dark doppelganger in the art and life of Thomas Zane, the auteur. Take that map, thank you. I don't know. I'd want to do something like tequila, just so I can avoid having to actually do any singing. As much as I'm definitely better at it, like doing things in public than I was, I think singing is still one where I'd be like, nah, that's a bit much.
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela. He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure, I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with
It's
a
America.
bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think
Make a
that'd
crutch
work?
out of your
You're the
shotgun.
professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey, Seva. A sauna doesn't fix what ails ya. You're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
I have never been in a sauna. And no, I don't think so. Just doesn't sound appealing to me.
Hot.
Apart from the old fellas. It's just, I don't like hot temperatures. And I can't imagine that I would enjoy being exposed to all of that. Oh. Ah, it's uncooked. Yeah, get it curls and everything. New choices for conversation. I love talking. In games. Are you the new choice? Are you the new choice?
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else. Do you live around here?
I live in Brightfalls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum.
Oh yeah,
you
you
call me
like
Vladimir. I work at the nursing
it's a
home.
special type of branch, isn't it? Like a
Take
birch
care
branch or
of
something
your
like that?
old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus.
That's a big knife you have
Thanks.
there, sir.
See you around.
Is it already finished? Hey, is he done? Didn't realize he was singing a ballad. Very point of interest. Oh, I didn't see this stuff before. Toilet. The ultimate point of interest.
Water is definitely
What are you up to this
quaint.
time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
America. Everyone salute. Sami's catch of the day. A little bit underwhelming. And the stairs are busted. Can't go up there.
Hey, where's the time gone?
Where indeed, ma'am?
There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left.
Hey, what did you used to say?
No, you don't get that here in Australia either.
I bet it wasn't.
Not really.
I don't know about all that.
You'll sometimes get people with like actual flagpoles throw up a Australian flag.
The flooding is even worse here.
But-
More like underwatery.
Oh, got him.
I'll have to tell
Zing.
Casey that one later.
But yeah, if they don't have a flagpole, you'll almost never see a flag like on the veranda or whatever.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
Well, you know, normal-ish.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
Beat you to it. Can't steal my joke.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled.
Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories?
Or is it messing with yours?
So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights motorcycle club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest.
Mecca for Shadow.
Peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So, your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide.
Welcome to Coffee World.
And Yako here really comes
MSF's embassy in the United States.
Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is.
Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and check them all out.
Profiling will help me find a way forward.
Hey, how you doing?
Flooding did this?
Yeah, tough day at the office, huh? Don't know what you're gonna do with timber, but I wish you luck.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
Yeah, that's a no for me too.
Bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
Yako.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous.
They think it's an urban truth.
Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
Could end on a Coffee World ad.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin!
Yeah, or like small town.
Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huotari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims.
It's not haunted.
No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun! And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll have a great time.
Well, there you go. The Haunted World. Was that what sealed the deal for you? Let's just put these other things up here. What was this? An ad for the lighter trailer park?
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
Place to start, at least. The joys of the roaster Ferris wheel, indeed.
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
I mean, how does one do that? Like, how would you prove you're in a story while you're in the story? Strange dolls, strange doll. Strange liquid. Changing the environment. Alright. I think that's all done. A Coffee World keyring? I mean, they're really missing a beat if they're not, like, selling these things. Oh, let's finish this off.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer.
I think that's Coffee World in the distance.
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yaku and I have to head to Brightfalls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Coffee World really is just outside of Watery. I mean, not that there's much to Watery.
The Coskellas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected? The spare key is at Coffee World. First the witches at the diner. Now the Coskellas. They all think Logan and I used to live here. Wake said the horror story would make people crazy. Like they're being brainwashed to believe the story. Is it spreading?
Let's call it there. I think the thing for me would be like the memory is being changed by the story. Fine, good and well. Well, you know, fine enough. How do I know that my memory isn't the one being changed by the story? Right? How do I know that what I remember is the correct part? I think that's what would throw me off. How do I know that I didn't live in Watery and I do live in somewhere on the East Coast or whatever? That's yeah. I think I'd basically send myself insane. Who do I want to throw you at? We can either go for Mass Effect or Dead Space. Do we have a preference? In the meantime, thank you for joining. If you want to if you want to keep up with the stream, dropping a follow is obviously the best place to start. Otherwise, checking out my Twitter, Blue Sky, or Threads would be a great place to stay up to date with what's happening in the stream. And my TikTok, Clip Manager YouTube channel, or Instagram is a great place for previous videos from previous streams. I will be back on Friday. We will be, in theory, it's a pretty regular week from now on. So we'll be back in Mexico, grinding out the week's updates. And then we'll be, on Saturday, we'll be heading back to Brightfalls here. And then that's the end of the streaming week. Then I will be going back to work next week. On Tuesday, unfortunately. But, all good things must come to an end. I think I'll raid Zephora, or I'll at least try to. They're currently playing Dead Space. So, you all have a good rest of your week. Well, the start of the second half of the week is probably the best way to put it. And I will see you all on Friday at around the same time. Thank you all for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure having you all. I am enjoying this game so very much, it's not even funny. If you can, and I think more of us can now that we've got more subscribers, please maybe just throw a Jow raid heart. That one. If you can. Or just Jow raid and a regular emoji heart, if you can. As I said, I will see you again on Friday. Let's go say hi to Zephora. They're I mean, you probably know them more than you know me. They are a Australian streamer. And they're currently playing Dead Space 1. I think they might be out of the office, unfortunately, but we'll raid them nonetheless. Alright, I will see you on Friday. Have a good rest of your week. God bless.